Hey everyone, and welcome to day number 2 of Co-Create Your Most Enlightened Life. Let me know in the comments below if you're watching the replay, and let me know where you are from, if you are live. And so yesterday we spoke about the universal energy, and more specifically I spoke about the cosmic lattice. Hi Ebony, hi Shruti, hi Julie, hi everyone. Julie, okay, Julie says she can't hear me, so can anyone tell me if you can hear me, see me clearly? Please let me know in the comments if you can hear me or see me clearly or not. So I'm just waiting for you guys to tell me if you can see me, hear me clearly. Oh, can't hear. Huh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, so anybody else? Ebony, can you hear me? Anybody else can hear me? Can hear and see. Okay, okay, great. So actually you can hear me, and Lillian says can't hear. So you guys who cannot hear, you know, at the right hand side of the broadcast there is the anybody, Hege can see, Stacy can hear. Okay, that is really interesting. Some people can see me, some people cannot. Yeah, Shruti, can you hear me now? Okay, great, fantastic. So you guys can hear me. Can you just, type in the comments to all those people who can't hear me if they can refresh the page and join again, and also check to see if their volume button is muted or not. That should do the trick. Okay, so Kumar says he can hear me. Okay, great. So some people are able to hear me. And what else is possible? So I have a request from someone, and she says, I could use a huge miracle today. So let's send some energy of miracle to Julie Moore today. Yeah, so everyone, in whatever way you can you contribute energy so that Julie Moore gets a huge miracle today? Okay, fantastic. So let us continue. So yesterday I spoke about universal energy. I spoke about the cosmic lattice. Okay. And today I'm going to speak about our own personal energy, and how our personal energy interfaces with the universal energy. I'll speak a little bit about that. And then tomorrow I'm going to do an energetic exercise, and what it does is it prepares the energy body. And what does it prepare the energy body for? I will talk about towards the end of today's Facebook Live. Okay, so what is your personal energy? Okay, so if you consider our physical body, okay, but even before that, let's talk about something different. Okay, so look at the two words which are spoken about a lot these days, and these two words are change and transformation. Okay, change and transformation, and these two words, almost everyone is talking about these two words. Okay, and let's consider these two words in terms of energy. Okay, so if you also look at the children being born on the planet right now, you will see that there are a lot of people, a lot of children who are born uh, with these things like autism and things like that, and they kind of represent the evolution of our species. So they represent the evolution of our species. Okay, so human beings all over the planet are evolving. Okay, and so let us consider the possibility that this human evolution can also be seen in our energy anatomy, right? So human beings all over the planet are evolving, and this evolution can be visible in our energy anatomy. Okay, so you might ask, what is energy anatomy? Okay, so if you look at our physical body, we have something called as physical anatomy. Physical anatomy is actually the study of all the systems and organs that are present in our physical body. Okay, and so energy anatomy is the study of everything that is present in our energy bodies. Okay, if you look at your physical body, you can see that we have many systems in our physical body. So for example, we have these complex and beautiful systems in our physical body. So you have the skeletal system, you have the circulatory system, which regulates the blood, the heart, and so on. You have the nervous system, you have the endocrine system, you have the muscles. All these are wonderful systems which exist in our physical body. In the same way, in our energy bodies as well, we have many different systems. So can you guess what are the different systems that you have in the energy body? And these are very common, like everyone knows about these two systems that I'm talking about. Everyone knows about these two systems. Can you guess? Who can guess what these two systems are? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so anybody? Okay. Anyway, let me tell you one of the systems. Have you heard of the meridians? The meridians, as shown by as described by the Chinese system of medicine, right? So those are the meridians, right? So that is one of the system. And yes, Gurjeet, absolutely. She says chakras. Okay, and chakras is another system in our energy anatomy. So today I'm actually going to talk about another system in our energy anatomy, and this system is called as the universal calibration lattice. Okay, the universal calibration lattice, and I'm going to describe a little bit about the system, what is its function and everything in a minute. Okay, so this system was actually discovered by Peggy Phoenix Dubrow about 31 years ago, and she has been working on this system of the energy anatomy for 31 years now, and it is pretty phenomenal. Okay, so what this does is that the universal calibration lattice, it is like, let's talk about the word calibration. Okay, so the calibration means to strengthen something. Okay, so you might say, I'm going to calibrate my watch. So it means that you are strengthening something. So the universal calibration lattice, or the UCL, I'm going to call it as the UCL, it is your personal connection to the unlimited universal energy source. And what is the unlimited universal energy source? We spoke about it yesterday and we called it as the cosmic lattice, okay? And if you haven't already seen the Facebook Live yesterday, I would highly recommend that you go and listen to it, because in that I speak all about the universal energy source, which is also called as the cosmic lattice. So the cosmic lattice is the universal energy source, and your personal energy is called as the universal calibration lattice, okay? And it is our personal connection to the unlimited universal energy source. We said that the biggest form of energy that exists in the universe is the cosmic lattice, and it is unlimited and it is huge, okay? So we can connect to this, to the energy source of the universe through our cosmic lattice. Now, the cosmic lattice is like a transformer, and what it does is it increases our ability to make use of the unlimited energy of the universe. So it is one of the systems through which we can access the unlimited energy of the universe, okay? And this process, like the calibration, can also be called as the rewiring for the new energy. So before the year 1988, okay, the universal calibration lattice was not set up to actually hold more energy. But after 1988, something changed in the energetics of the earth, and now we are able to access more and more energy from the cosmic lattice, and we are able to access it through the universal calibration lattice, okay? And now what happens when you are able to access more and more energy? Can any of you guess what occurs when you are able to access more of the universal energy? Anyone? Hi, Anna Marie. Hi, Parita. So can you guess what occurs when you are able to access more energy from the universal energy source? Okay. So so just to tell you what can occur, let's talk about something different, which I will connect to this presently. Gurjeet says more powerful creation. Yes, absolutely. More powerful creation is one of the things. But let me ask you a question. How many of you have heard of the Celestine Prophecy? How many of you have heard of the book Celestine Prophecy? If you have heard of the book Celestine Prophecy, just post CP in the comments below. And how many of you have actually read that book, Celestine Prophecy? So in the Celestine Prophecy, the author presents one of the concepts that the author presents was this concept of, every person wants to acquire energy. Stacy says, yes, read them many years ago. Yeah, me too. I read them many years ago too. But whatever you recall from it, he presents this concept that every person on this planet wants to acquire energy. And the way that people play with this, the way the people want to acquire energy is by playing games of people. And so everything is about, acquiring energy. And, because people think that it is a limited universe or it's a scarce universe, so what they do is they are trying to get the energy from people around them. Okay, they're not trying to tap directly into the universal energy source, but they are actually trying to get energy from people around them. Have you ever had that experience that, you are with someone and after some time you just feel totally sucked, you feel like someone sucked all your energy, right? Or when someone directs anger at you, right? What happens? You lose power, and it's almost like they took away all that energy from you. If someone belittles you, puts you down, or in all that way, what happens is that you just feel drained, right? Because that person is playing all these games with you to pull all that energy from you. Okay. And so in the Celestine Prophecy and his follow-up book, The 10th Insight, which Stacy spoke about, basically what he did was that I don't even recall the name of the author, right? It was James Redfield, I think. But anyway, so he presented this concept, like what he spoke about is he spoke about 4 different kinds of energy plays that were going on and 4 different ways in which people were trying to pull, like to suck energy from others. And then for the first time, he introduced this concept that, you no longer have to suck energy from others, and you can actually access energy from someone else, from somewhere else. Okay. So that is what he spoke about. He introduced that for the first time. Okay. So, we don't need to acquire energy from other people. We can have all the energy that we need by recognizing and strengthening our own connection to the unlimited source. And the unlimited source that I'm talking about is the cosmic lattice. And we don't have to play any of these games anymore. Okay. So, think about one person in your life with whom you feel disempowered, or you feel drained, or whatever it may be, so that person may be belittling you, that person may be sucking energy from you, whatever that is, think about one person like that. Okay. And when you think about that person, can you consider how much energy is locked up in that power game that is going on with that person, right? Like, can you see how much of your energy is locked up in that power game? So that person is trying to grab that energy from you, and you want to hold on to that energy. And in order to hold on to that energy, you have to really, 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 really protect that energy. And so there is a lot of energy that is invested in that power struggle which is going on, right? Now, what if, you were to recognize that, I have access to this unlimited energy source, and I don't have to protect myself from getting this energy stolen from me, but rather I can just, give them the energy, whatever energy they require. In fact, let me flow like massive amounts of energy to them, at them, and let me fill them up with so much energy, so much energy, so much energy that they don't have to steal energy from me anymore, right? So when that occurs, can you consider just how much energy releases actually for you? Like, right? How much energy would become available to you now? Right? So, all these people that you have in your life who are trying to suck your energy, and from whom you are trying to protect your energy, will you stop that protection now? And will you just lower all your barriers so that they can, and they can access all the energy that they require, and you can keep flowing all that energy to them, knowing that you are connected to the universal energy source, and there is unlimited energy there in the universal energy source, that this is never going to, ever end. So just keep directing this, allow them to take whatever energy they require. And as that occurs, what happens is that you will free up all this energy for yourself. Okay. So, with our personal connection to the cosmic lattice, and our personal connection is the universal calibration lattice. So think about, like, it's like a plug which is, plugged into the circuit. And, you can draw whatever energy you require through that plug, but you require that plug, and that plug is called that plug is called as the universal calibration lattice. Okay. So the universal calibration lattice, it is universal. So what it means is that everyone, everyone has a universal calibration lattice, just like we all have palms, right? So every human being has a palm. Everyone has a thumb, an index finger, a middle finger, a ring finger, and a little finger. So everyone has, in this way, it is universal. But what makes us unique is what? The fingerprint, right? That is what makes us unique, right? So in that way, the universal calibration lattice has a specific form. It has a specific structure which everyone has, but the energy that it carries and the geometric patterns within that energy are actually very unique to every individual, and they are like very unique fingerprints that you have. Okay. And the primary purpose of the universal calibration lattice is to hold the greater electrical charge that is available to us. So the energy of the universe is actually the energy of our being is electrical. Okay. And we can hold more and more of this electrical charge in our being. Okay. And so the more you calibrate your lattice, the more you strengthen it, the more the energy charge that it can hold in your system. And what occurs when you start to hold more and more energy charge? So some people, they said that, you will have more power. Yes, more power is true, but how does that power actually translate into your life? Okay. Someone said more powerful creation. Yes. So one of the ways in which, that greater electrical charge shows up in your life is your ability to co-create. Okay. And what are you co-creating? Because you are using the energy from the universe, right? So you are co-creating with the universe. So you can co-create with the universe. Also, what starts to show up is these amazing capacities and abilities that you have. And these amazing, you will start to see new abilities, new capacities that we have. And the universal calibration lattice, it actually holds your entire history. Okay. And what do you mean by history? What I mean is it holds everything from this current lifetime, and it also holds everything from other lives that you have lived. Okay. So it holds all the history. So what is there in the history? In the history, you have a lot of experiences and whatever, but you also have something else. You have these talents and abilities and capacities which are stored in the history. So what happens is, as we start calibrating the lattice, and as we start holding this greater electrical charge that is available to us, you are able to actually access all those talents and abilities and capacities. Now, not only do you have your history in your lattice, you also have your future in the lattice. Okay? So, in the future also, like, think about this one lifetime and however many number of years that you have lived in this life. Okay? Can you look at your whole life and see just how many abilities and talents and how many things that you have learned in this lifetime, right? So in the same way, if you consider the fact that we are going to have other lifetimes, then in those lifetimes also there are new talents and abilities and capacities that are available to you. And so you can access all those as well. So you can access the past, you can access the future. What else can you access? Obviously, if you can access the past and the future, you can also access the present, and you can actually start living more in the now. Okay, I'm actually going to describe the structure of the lattice, and it is really, really beautiful. And I'm going to actually describe it on the call that I'm doing on Thursday. The only reason why I cannot do it here is because I haven't figured out how to share my screen with this particular app that I'm using. So on the call, I've created these beautiful slides. And through the slides, I'm going to actually show you the structure of your entire lattice. I'm going to show you the connection that you have to the earth, the connection that you have to the universe. I'm going to show you, where your history is stored, where your future is stored, where your present exists. And what two things actually comprise your present. I'm going to show you the entire structure of the lattice and everything. I'm also going to share with you how we can calibrate the lattice. Okay, so that all is coming on the call on Thursday. So please do join me. And, if you can make it live, that will be fantastic. It's going to be at the same time. And even if you don't make it live, I will make the replay available for some time for you guys. So you can go and you can listen to it. And you can, find out how we can use this beautiful system, which is in our energy anatomy, to access more of this universal energy. And what happens when you start when you start working with the lattice, what happens is that it strengthens your entire energy anatomy, and you can actualize as much of your own holographic wholeness as possible. So you can actualize as much of your own holographic wholeness as much as possible. So we speak about being more of who you are, right? And this structure in our energy anatomy and the way in which we work with this structure in our energy anatomy actually gives us a way in which we can access more and more of who we are. And one of the ways in which we can describe who we are is our holographic wholeness. You know what a hologram is? Like even one particle of the hologram contains the structure of the whole. So if you consider oneness or if you consider wholeness, then you as that one point within that wholeness carry the entire structure of the wholeness, right? So you are able to access more and more of your, or as much of your holographic wholeness as possible. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can leave the questions in the comments below, and I will either take up the questions tomorrow. Probably not, because I have something really special planned for tomorrow. But I will definitely take up your questions in the call that I do. Now, if you would like to get the call in details, please sign up at the link. The link is www.niloferlight.com/co-create. I will share it. I will share the link in the description, so you can just click on the link, sign up. So every day you will get a reminder before I go live on Facebook, and you will also get the call-in details for the call that I'm going to do on Thursday. So I have something really, really, really special that I'm going to do tomorrow. These are my notes because I didn't want to miss out anything. And what I have really special tomorrow is I'm going to share with you an energetic exercise that will prepare your energy body for the greater charge that we are capable of holding and using. Okay, so please come on the call, come on the Facebook Live tomorrow. It's going to be an experiential thing. I know that, the concepts that I've presented today and even yesterday, it can be a bit like too conceptual for you. But if you lower your barriers and you allow that energy to flow through you, your whole lattice will vibrate with that information. Like, that's the only way that I can talk about it, because any time that I listen to any information about the lattice, I read any information about the lattice, or I see a picture of the lattice, my whole lattice starts vibrating with that information, because we all hold that information in every cell of our body, in every part of our lattice. And so you don't really have to understand any of this information intellectually. You just have to allow yourself to know what you know, and your lattice vibrates with the truth of whatever is true, So come tomorrow, where I'm going to lead you through this energetic exercise, which prepares your energy body for the greater charge that we are capable of holding and using. And please do sign up for the series so that you can get the call-in details for the call that I have coming up on Thursday, where I'm going to talk more about the lattice. I'm going to show you the entire structure of the lattice, how it interfaces with the cosmic lattice, and how do we calibrate the lattice so that we can receive more and more the electrical charge of our being, and we can, we can hold as much of our holographic wholeness as we can every moment, increasing that more and more and more. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me, and I appreciate your patience. For everyone who had issues with the audio and so on, thank you so much for hanging out with me and contributing your energy in the creation of this. And I can't wait to share with you the energy exercise tomorrow, and of course, more information about the lattice on the call on Thursday. And if you enjoyed this, then please share this broadcast. You can just share the link for people to sign up for the series so that they can get the notification. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And of course, if you have any questions, you can just post them in the comments below. Thanks, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.